Good to see you.
Okay, everyone. Hello and welcome back to the Road to 100. I hope everyone's having a fantastic morning, day, whatever time zone you're in and wherever you are. I hope that you're truly enjoying what you're doing. So here, what we're going to be running, we're going to be finishing up the Cathedral here, and we are going to be attempting to simply get through the pooch here as fast as possible. So we are going to watch the cutscenes, and then we are going to missile out to give us the best possible chance to run the two-shot cycle. So here we find out a little bit about the power of the crystal lattices.
That didn't do a thing.
Nope. Absolutely not. And since we're running a blood hammer and she's weak to blood, we're going to be running the blood angel here.
This way.
Why, thank you, Leda. And a successor's crystal lattice only responds to another successor. And if you didn't catch it in the memories, people are still doing fireworks. If you didn't catch it in the memories, we are the successor of the blood now, because we stabbed the queen in the chest and we absorbed her blood through our blood veil. So it pleases me that the developers, Bandai, they actually put thought into how that would happen, and everything actually makes sense. Mm-hmm. It sure is, buddy.
A gate. Looks like we've still got a ways to go.
That's right, Mia. Yep.
We're going through.
See, Yakumo and I have the cool masks. Louie and Mia are missing out on the cool masks here, but Yakumo knows what's up. So now that we are in the fight, we are going to missile out, and we'll do the kind of obligatory run back, because all this time wasting here, where you can be dodging in at a much more opportune time. So we are going to give ourselves the best possible chance here, because we only have 60 seconds to do the two-shot cycle. So we're going to give it our best, and if we mess it up, we've completely lost the chance. So as you're seeing this, I'm going to be doing it. So I am kind of nervous about this. So here we go. Let's see. We're doing this in what order? Okay. Okay, and these will be last. We have an ice buff that we need to do. So we'll probably do these three last. Okay, here we go. I've got a rhythm in my head here, and we'll see how it goes. There we go. Okay. And let's go, Jack. Okay, and this, and final journey. Okay, and let's go for the attack. There we go. Let's switch. Let's do a heal. Okay.
That's a good idea.
Okay, and one more. There we go. And let's switch. Oh boy, we're running out of time. We are seriously running out of time. Okay. Okay, so there's the one shot on her. Now we have to be extremely quick to make it back for the second cycle. As we have no I-core, we have to chug an I-core and hopefully do enough damage that the second cycle takes extreme damage. So we'll see if we get it. Now we won't have Flashing Fang or the 20%
Looks like the body is still lingering here.
multiplicatives of the elements.
Something in this place is keeping it here.
So we probably won't get it. But we're gonna give it our best. Here we go. And this, instead of a tiny little red vestige,
A vestige? Look at the size of it.
That's right, buddy.
Something's not right.
We've seen something like that before when Jack pulled the spiky thing out of that fella's chest and put it into Eva. So now we know that it's a vestige.
It regenerated so quickly.
Is that vestige controlling the regeneration somehow?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We have to destroy it. Now you're speaking my language.
Okay, here we go. Rawr. Okay, and we probably won't have a lot of time here, but as we have to dodge and roll very, very quickly and effectively here. Okay, and we are pretty much, well, we are dead. Okay, and let's do this. Okay. Oh no. Almost. Okay. Well, it was a good attempt. It was a very close attempt. Okay. Well, thanks, Jack. So, not quite on the 2 cycle there, but that definitely was pretty close, as we almost ran out of time on Final Journey, so there is enough time to actually get there. It's just we just didn't execute. So, oh well, that was pretty close, but now obviously we will just completely roll over her. So let's go for this, and we don't really have to wait for anything this time. Okay, and we'll go for Jack. And now it's going to be a simple dodge and smash, so kind of easy. And we'll go for the charge. Okay, this, and then switch, and then this, and we'll go for blood.
That's a good idea.
And we'll go for Final Journey. Okay. And this will be pretty simple, going into this area, as it will be simply a run up and kill. Okay. Whoops. There we go. And blood. And do the ice again. Whoa. She rarely starts with that attack. And there we go. Let's pick up our haze. Okay, so that was a strange fire attack there that she started with. I was not expecting that in the slightest. So, okay, anyways, yeah, that is the 2 shot. Definitely not the 1 cycle though. So, sorry about that. Yakumo, what are you doing? Nice try, buddy.
Nope, not even a scratch.
What's the plan? It'll regenerate soon. It's about to.
Mm-hmm. Hold up a second. Alright. And she, or our character,
If you gather broken fragments of blood code, you can stitch them together.
that's right. My goodness. These fireworks are crazy.
It's all right. You can do it.
Look at us. We have memories. That's proof that we haven't died at all.
Please, save everyone.
Definitely worth a screenshot right there. Oh boy. So you think the elevator is long in the final government center of the game? Well, we've got a little bit of a stairs here. Now, we could skip this, but definitely not worth skipping in the 100% run.
Divide the body of the queen into relics, which we will then seal into the successors. This will keep them separate and safe.
Hmm.
Are you insane? Just shove that devil into a blast furnace already.
Aurora Valentine. We've already attempted.
Oh,
What does it
Silva.
mean?
Can you imagine putting your daughter's body into a blast furnace? Oof. No.
Your compatibility means that you would have to stay in the crypt forever. Are you sure you're willing to do that?
Aurora has a good heart.
I am prepared, and I shall remain ever and ready. As long as there are still people who I would die to defend.
Mm-hmm.
So please, rest easy, Karen.
So you,
I'll be at your side, for now and always.
so now you see why Aurora took the job, essentially, to become a successor. She did it sacrificially, and she created this entire place to be confusing and problematic in order to defend Karen. And why is defending Karen so important? Well,
I'll be honest.
we'll find out in a
I
bit.
never expected to see you again like this. It's been a long time, Louis.
Aurora? Aurora, is that you? What are you doing here?
Good question.
The answer was inside that memory. Fragments of the Queen's body were locked inside of successors. Human sacrifices. And I am one of them.
The Queen? She was put down years ago.
Officially, yes. But there's more to that, as you probably know. Revenants are seemingly immortal creatures, locked in a cycle of death and rebirth.
Now, years ago,
If you destroy a Revenant's heart, then their body dissolves, and they can never revive again.
so from the memories to the beginning of the game was several years.
The Queen should have been no exception. An immortal among immortals, even when reduced to ash. The Queen's regeneration couldn't be stopped.
So you locked her away.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. By carving her undying body into relics, and fusing those relics into the bodies of others.
Poor Cruz.
In doing so, the Queen's menace faded, and for a brief time there was peace. But we all knew the plan was desperate and flawed. Even with the relics locked away, the Queen's desire to live on could not be suppressed. The relics soon began to corrode the bodies of the successors, causing them constant and terrible anguish. You have witnessed the end result. They are reduced to living as beasts, devoid of all reason, seeking only to act on their most basic instincts.
But you had to choose a giant furry? I'm not sure about that.
Yet, it was your power that restored my sanity. You have the ability to accept the Queen's blood.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You have the power to quell the relics at last.
Yay.
Please, I beg you, relieve them of their suffering. This gate leads to the crypts where the successors rest. To reach the others, you will need to find these gates.
Okie dokie.
I believe you can open it now.
So these gates were originally where I got the idea for the wings.
I will remain here, as I always have, to watch over and protect the paths leading to the successors.
And I never had good enough wings.
And the blood-bead flow.
The blood-bleed foe.
So, this really is the source.
Yes, beyond the gate. There rests the one who sheds tears of blood.
They keep showing this shot for some reason.
Take care of her, Louis.
Her? What do you mean?
And the successor begins to fade.
If the resting successors join the ranks of the lost, then the seals will break. The relics will be released, and the Queen will be reborn. Before that happens,
Typical. Look, everybody's got a gun, but nobody actually shoots a pistol. Louis got one, Yakumo's got one. Could have been like Devil May Cry. I mean, that would have been kind of weird at that high action pace, but you know, they could have done something with the pistols. That would have been cool. Okay, so here we go.
this is...
So we found out there that somebody's holding up the source of blood beads and blood veins that run throughout Vane. And it's very interesting that Aurora built the entire cathedral to keep people out and to keep the source safe. And she turned herself into a successor to join the ability to not revive the queen, but also she allowed this other person, someone, to voluntarily as well do their part to protect Vane. So very, very noble character traits here that that Aurora is displaying. But as we find out later on, between the successors, they choose kind of what they turn into. So I don't know why Aurora chose a giant furry wolf, half four-armed lady thing.
It appears that fate has seen fit to revive me one more time.
Are you really all right?
Yes, I'm fine, actually. The relic is sleeping soundly now. And you? I take it you're the one who gave me back my lost heart?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Giant puppy paws, which aren't paws.
No, Louis, it's all right. If anyone should be apologizing, it's me. I've forced all of the burden onto you. Please, Louis, I'm asking you one more time. Go and visit the person who lies beyond the gate. Sorry, I need to sleep for a while. It's been so long since I felt this drowsy.
See, puppies need to sleep. And they need head pats. So maybe this was a good idea for her. Okay. Good. They showed us the gates. They told us how to go through. They told us why that's important. So there's a lot happening here that we need to be aware of. So there's the final Isis vestige. And see, we have fat slow rolls. And we can't pet the doggy, but that's okay.
Watch out for an ambush.
So this part of the game is extremely long, and kind of just watching the Code Vein movie here, and there's not really too much happening. And here we go. We get more cutscene, and we find the source of the matter here, and why the cathedral is so important, and why it was protected so well, and why it was so big and confusing and buried kind of almost underground, so that way the source would be safe and secure for all time.
So it's true. It was you all along. Karen.
You know, I feel like that could be turned into a meme these days. It was you all along.
What in the world
Karen.
is all this?
It's very sacrificial of herself.
All of this is a part of her?
Yep.
It never ended. The Queen was still alive, and we were kept alive all this time because of the blood that flowed from this place.
Yep.
My sister became a successor. She sacrificed herself to stop the Queen, and her tears are what kept us alive.
Louis.
Let's just give him a minute.
That's a good idea.
Sorry for losing my composure. I'm okay now.
Oh, Louis, it's fine.
So, what's our next step? Finding the successors. Are we just gonna leave your sister? There aren't any signs of frenzy at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know that the lack of blood beads is only a part of the ongoing calamity that was started by the Queen. I want to find a way to end this disaster once and for all.
Good idea.
It is a duty that I must see through to the very end. Shouldn't that be we? Yakumo.
If a friend is struggling, if they're giving their all trying to push their way forward, well, then I've got their back. That's just how it works.
Hey, I said I was glad to do whatever you needed me to, didn't I?
Guys,
Sure thing, Mia. And what about you, Blood Angel?
listen. That power of yours, it's the only hope we have right now. I'm glad you're here.
Me too.
Let's find the successors before the Queen is resurrected.
Yes. That would be ideal.
Karen. We'll be back for you. Just hold on.
I feel like that should be the police's tagline these days. Karen, we'll be back for you. Just hold on. Oh, man. Anyways. So now that we know what the source is, where the source is, and what's going on, every time we beat a successor, we come back here to the Fountain of Youth, essentially, and we pick up a pureblood, and if you pick up all 4 of them, you are treated to the Demeter blood code. And it doesn't have any other description here than that. So the code owner is Karen. It features gift-based support with its high ichor stock or strength-based damage. So it's a mind strength scaler, and that's kind of a rare thing to find mind and strength. Okay, so now we have to turn off the music for this area, for this next set, because the music is like copyrighted or whatever. I don't exactly understand that. I'm not making money off of these videos, so I don't understand how they could be, claiming my stuff. But anyways, so here we go. Now we get introduced to a little more action. And with our giant, fat, stupid hammer, this might be a little goofy. And with no music in the background, this scene kind of loses some awesomeness. But you can see that the scar on Jack's face, it's there now, and it was not there in the memories. See? There you go.
I destroyed you with my own hands.
Uh-huh. See,
How are you here now?
and Jack remembers us, but self-important Revenant didn't. Uh-huh. The Watcher.
Just as I suspected. They have the power to calm the relics. It's just like Eva's. No, it's even stronger than hers.
Yep.
You know, you could join with us, carrier of the blood. That power of yours, it would be a shame to waste such a resource.
Careful. He's stronger than he looks.
Well, he's a
We'll
successor.
do our best to shield you. Just remember to protect your heart.
Jack already blew up our heart once.
Very well. In that case.
Whoa.
There's a heap of things I want to know. And you will tell me. I'll make you tell me.
Jack is every bit of a match for the power of friendship here. Oh man, with that hammer? Are you kidding me? Look at that. Jack's taken on 4 friends. Ooh, the suicide spur comes in for the win there. And the lady in red.
Why are you here?
To keep you from going too far.
Eva.
She's fighting it.
Fine. That's enough. I'll leave for now. But remember, I'll be coming back for you. Give my offer some thought.
Well, sure. We'll think about it. And just like that, poof, he's gone. Okay. So there we learn a little bit more. Jack knows us. Jack recognizes us. He is very well acquainted with us. So that's important to kind of realize there. As he didn't die so far, but he definitely recognized us. Okay, and for this next part, what are we going to be running? We are going to be running, not Orion, here we go. We're going to be running the Warrior Blood Code. Let me get this set up here. So the Warrior Blood Code and the Damarung and this guy. And we will be equipping ourselves to be exceptionally fast on charge attacks, and that will be all we will be going for. Okay, and here, and we need more stamina to fix the Warrior Blood Code problem. And this, and here we're going for Usurper's Blade, as that will be our means of health restoration, and charge. And what do we got here? Hasten. And this is Modest Offering, Bloodsucking Blades, Hunting Feast, Foul Blood, and Dogged Fighter. Okay, and then we will go for Charge Booster, Gift Accelerator, Mobility Enhancer, and a Drain Activator. Okay, so here you see that we're up to 254. Without Stamina Stimulant, we go down to 211. It is exceptionally important that when you're running Warrior, you always run some sort of stamina enhancer there. So we go for Eva, since she will help us enhance our Usurper's Blade. And now we go back to Shang, and we go to finish up some of the other side quests that are waiting for us in these various places. As this is, since we are running the road to 100 stars of difficulty, and this is the 100% run, we might only do 2 100% runs, one now, since I was going to do it every 10 stars, but this seems to be a little bit long to get to 100 stars, and so we'll probably do the final run to be 100 stars. So we head back here to Shang.
Good timing. I just got some new stock.
Good.
I think you'll find something you like.
Okay.
You know, I actually got some new info on the depths recently.
I'm sure you
It
did.
might lead us to the materials I've been looking for all these years.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go and check for myself right away, but the stuff is in the hands of some especially being lost.
Okay.
I think you'd be up to the task, though.
Sure.
Would you mind looking into it?
Not a problem. Okay, so we got the swirling flood. And if we need to, we can pick up some other things here. But as we don't need to do anything here, we'll head into the swirling flood. And that's back at home base. So now that we finished up the cathedral now, we can hit up the Cliffs of Rust, we can hit up the Swirling Flood, and we can also get, and we've been through the memories as well, so we can do quite a bit of side missions here. So this is kind of going to be interesting to see how far we get through this area, as we have quite a ways to go here with the Blood Angel into the Swirling Flood. Okay, so head to the depths and the Swirling Flood. Even though they categorize them backwards here a little bit, we still are doing something with the Executioner here, so it'll be kind of a strange area to be running through, as we've already done the Executioner in the Flood of Impurity, which is kind of weird that they duplicated Oliver, they duplicated her, and then they did only one instance of the Butterfly, and then they did one instance of the Despot, and so it's just kind of strange how they went about pairing these up. But okay, sure, whatever.
Will you let me win this one?
Sure, and we'll go for Blood-Sucking Blades and Time Crunch, and we'll see how this works out here. And let's go for a backstab. Oops. Okay, let's go for a charge, and we'll go for a backstab, and this will do considerable bit, not a whole lot of damage, but quite a bit of damage. Okay, and need to remember to do Usurper's Blade when we get the chance. Okay. Yep. Okay. And there's our charge attack. And we'll do one more charge attack. Now you can see that we do good enough damage and enough I-Core recovery on strike that we don't need to worry about any kind of I-Core recovery items here. And we will always be having that recovery on I-Core, as well as having the damage resistance. Okay, and let's go ahead and heal. And we're going to be kind of in the fight a lot here, so we will need to be healing and such along the way, as we're going to be taking a lot of damage. Okay, so you look around here and you don't see anything, but then there's these squids here. Okay, so kill them quickly and effectively first. There we go. And we'll go for this. And this fella is here. Okay, and we'll go for a strike on him. We'll go for a Usurper's Blade. Get some I-Core. Okay, and the squid. Oh, here's this fella. So let's go for a charge on this guy. And let's hit this fella. Now that blood explosion, it hits the enemy. So that's why we want to go for that. And we missed a little area back. Oops, back this way. In this little cove here. There we go. And the reason the charge attack is kind of fun, you're kind of always going to be having that damage resistance, so you can always have, you can always have that ability. Okay. And you constantly do damage in such a way that you always have enough I-Core to be running against the enemy. Okay, so let's go for a Drain Activator, Mobility Enhancer. We'll go for all the things here, because this is an invasion. Okay, and here we go. And here they come. Whoops. Okay. Okay. And we're taking some hits here. Okay. Let's go for a launch. There we go. Now, since we are taking some damage here, it's okay, but because we just continually can do damage. There we go. Okay, let's go for a charge. Okay, and the charge effect there hit this fella. Okay, oops. There we go. And we'll go for blood-sucking blades for both Eva and I. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, and let's go for a charge. Okay, there we go. And we'll go for Usurper's Blade. Get some health back. 350 health. There we go. Kill this fella. And let's go for Dogged Fighter. Okay. Whoops. Thanks, Eva. And we'll backstab this fella. Now, as we have a Lightning Veil, we won't do very much damage to these guys. That's okay. Whoops. What was that? Oh boy. We got balls galore. Okay. And let's go for Usurper's Blade here. Okay. And let's kill this one. Okay, now we got this fella, and we got the big one. Okay, let's go for a charge. And another one. There we go. And we'll go for... whoops. Okay, that definitely saved us there. Okay. And I forgot to turn the music back on. So we will get that going here as soon as we get rid of this other ball here. Let's go for Hunting Feast. Okay, and we'll go for the big fat fella here. Okay. Now he is weak to slash, whoops, lightning, and it's good that we have the veil that we have here. Whoops. Okay. Oh. We did not have the backstab potential there, so we'll go for... Whoops. Okay, let's go for a charge, as that will kill. Okay, good. And let's get... where's the sound settings? Good. Sorry about that. Okay. So the invasion here is kind of rough, and the only thing you get out of it is...
This better be good, right?
Mm-hmm, the Impaler. Kind of a pretty bad polearm. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. Okay, and now we have this boss coming up here. Kind of annoying. So, whoops. That's annoying, using wrong things. So we want to switch to ice for sure. And we will go for these setups here. And we'll get our Ichor back, and we will hopefully get backstabs on these fellas. There we go. And since we have ice now, we can definitely do some good damage. There we go. There we go. And we'll go for a charge. And he's dead. Okay. So ice and, remember, ice and blood are these fellas' weaknesses. And we don't really want to teleport back, as we are up to 22, which is 6 backstabs that we've collected. And as the Warrior Blood Code has really bad Ichor levels, we definitely want to keep as much as we can here. Okay. So now we're going to be heading back down the other side rail there, and we will be finding Shang's third quest at this point. And again, we don't want to use the missile. We don't want to lose our Ichor. And that's why the Devour, the Dameron Devour is used, as it affords us the ability to get high amounts of Ichor back. But since we have the Blood Veil for it, perhaps we don't need it. You know, I mean, we could go for other things. So let's head on over here and pick up Shang's quest. Now he is a black hunter, and remember he is weak to pierce ice, as that is not what we have, but that's okay. He goes down pretty easily. Oops. And we'll go for a charge on this fella. Okay. And we'll go for a backstab here. We'll get our health back eventually, and we can pick up Shang's quest here by simply killing that Lost. And now we got this fella down here.
Thanks.
Okay, and we definitely want to go for a charge. Okay.
Looks like we have been spotted.
Yep, that's right. Nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Whoa. Way to go, Eva. Okay. Okay. I'll go for a Usurper's Blade. Oh boy. We are almost dead. See, and these fellas just do not take damage very well. Okay, we'll go for a launch and kill. Good. And Foul Blood Barrier there definitely saved us. Okay, there's Blood RV Mastery. So what it does is it's a blood buff on your weapon when you get focused. Okay, and down there is the boss room, but we still have to finish this area. Now that we need to switch back to our Lightning Veil if we want to do good damage against this fella, but we don't have that. And we'll just go for a couple backstabs here, and we will go for Usurper's Blade and get some life back. Okay, good job, Eva. Okay, and another 20 seconds later, and we can use Usurper's Blade again and get another 350 health back. Okay, so this is where we came earlier, so we'll head over this way first. And see, there's nothing here. It's just that fella, and we will go for a couple of gifts here.
You were awfully attentive.
There we go. And Usurper's Blade is ready, but we will go for a charge on this fella, so we can pick up some Ichor and kill these guys, and get some health back and Ichor back. Now you see all of these crazy squiddies here. This is a crazy area, as you need extreme amounts of AoE, but we don't have that. Okay, there we go, and we'll back up. We'll go for the charge. Now remember what I said in the Cathedral. If you have multiple enemies, you can get lots of health back. So there you go. We got almost half of our health back, so that's really, really good. Now let's go for a charge and kill this fella here. Go for blood-sucking blades. So that's where having something like Usurper's Blade can come in really, really handy, as it every time it strikes an enemy, you get 350 health. So it can be very, very potent if you are ganged up upon by multiple enemies like that, and that's when it can really, really shine. Okay, so we got balls in here. Definitely not what we want to be having go against us here. So we will go for a couple of items here, and we'll go for Gift Accelerator, and we'll go for Charge Booster, and this will be what we will do. We'll go for a charge. Oops. Okay. And this should kill. Good. Whoa. Okay, we'll charge on this fella. Okay. And let's go for... Oops. Okay, so Foul Blood definitely saved us there. And let's get some health. There we go. There we go. Let's charge. There we go. And let's go for Charge Accelerator, or Time Crunch. Okay, so when you beat these enemies, you can see that it restores everything for you, and and they hold the keys to the area. So there's no keys to pick up, as in the Flood of Impurity was, but there's definitely some issues there. Okay, so let's see. What was the thing I wanted to do for her? Was
I'll keep an eye on
this set. Okay, yes. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to be running Orion with none of this. This is all left over from the other day. And where is this one? And do I have... I don't have an ice version of this. I wanted an ice version of this. Okay, I guess we will go for... we'll go for the this version. That is not what I wanted though, because we're going to be slow in a bad way here. I need a normal mobility, so I guess we'll go for just the intensified. We'll probably kill her anyways. Okay, so this and sharpen fangs. No, I don't want that. I want this and Revenant's ambition. And here, I guess we'll go for two-handed sword mastery. And here, we will go for, well, we're going to need this. And we'll go for this and this. And here, we will go for Eva. But we will, let's see. I guess we'll go for this. And, where is it? Gift accelerate, gift prowess, mind and willpower, ice damage, and blood sucking blades. There we go. Okay, so this should be pretty good, as we have pretty good dark value. We have pretty good damage on it as well. And here we won't need to go for anything here with anybody else. With a communal with Eva, but this will just be a kind of a fun run into the what is she? The executioner here. Okay, so let's go ahead and restore our ichor. Let's pick up our presents, and let's head back into the fight. Okay, now we can do all kinds of different crazy things here. So we'll see how it goes, and if it doesn't go too well, we'll just do, you know, some kind of crazy shot on her. Okay? And we'll go for this. And this, I guess I don't need gift or blood sacrifice, as we will go for Tormenting Blast. There we go. And this, and we need to be doing Ice Crush. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's back up and go for some other items here. Okay, we dodge all these balls. There we go. Okay. And we'll hit her with this. Okay. Whoops. There we go. Whoop. Okay. And one more hit. There we go. Okay. So if you pair up for the Crush Ice, she definitely can go down very quickly and easily and effectively. Okay. So now we finished up Shang here in the Swirling Flood. We picked up another RV Mastery, which is a good reason why you would want to come through here. Let's go ahead and drink some water. Alright. Okay, so we finished up the Cathedral, we finished up Shang, and the next set we will probably be running into a few more side missions as before we head into the Ridge of Frozen Souls, as that is the very next place that we need to head after what we've done here.
Greetings. I have a...
Okay.
Oh, you brought back some materials.
Sure did.
Okay, let's have a look at them. I hate to say it, but this isn't what I was looking for.
Of course.
Might have sent you to the wrong area of the depths. Made you take all that risk for no reason.
That's right, buddy.
Would you mind if I reassessed my information and asked you again? But first, I'd like to thank you for what you did bring back. It's quite nice, so I can get some use out of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Timing. I think you'll find.
And he gave us a
Do you have any materials
nothing.
from the old world?
And we
I
got
can give you
a couple more. We got 8 more items here. As you can see that we have instruments and all kinds of. I mean, we got like everything available to us now. So, okay. So we will pick up here with Shang and the other fellas finishing up all the optional. Well, most of the. Optional missions here next time. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.